Welcome to another MPA Production stream. I am the guild leader from the MPA community. Sorry about that technical difficulty start there. I don't have no clue what was happening. Showed my Focusrite mic unmuted, but it wasn't selected. I don't know. Hopefully everything else is working. Let's do a quick test on some audio. Let's see, the Mo2 loopback. That should be selected. Okay. If y'all notice any other problems, please let me know. Thanks, Ira, for pointing that out. I was just talking away, doing my normal opener, went through all the normal things, and then realized the mic wasn't working, which is weird. I don't know. Working now. Welcome to another MPA production stream. This is a live stream we do Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. We work on community-related projects. That's the Music Production Arena community. We're live streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and BandLab. Sorry, BandLab. I was talking to y'all a second ago. Mic wasn't working. Just got that pointed out. BandLab is a new platform we've been streaming to. Well, it's new to us. Multicasting over there. And we're giving a good 1 month test because it costed me money to multicast over the BandLab. So I have to give it a good test this month. If we get plenty of viewers and new members and activity over there on BandLab, maybe I'll do it a second month. If not, I will do a separate stream for BandLab. And promo in the BandLab. I don't know if you're talking to me, but that's what I do here. And if you're talking to other people in the chat, yeah, this is not a chat to promo your tracks, but I will be doing some other live streams for feedback and promo stuff like that. That's BandLab. We're multicasting over there. This is so basically we are doing a daily stream Monday through Friday, and it's been going on, but we just started streaming on BandLab. So if anyone tuning in from the BandLab side of things doesn't get exactly what's going on, just join the Discord. You'll see some more information about it there. All right. I can't remember everything I said when my mic wasn't working, but I just let everyone know that I've got all these loops from 34 producers ready to go. These few producers here, the packs they sent me are very raw, like just like little short one-shot samples of really creative, neat sounds. I just need to take time to turn those into loops. Even better, we might just be starting to pull from those packs once the tracks start. So went ahead and left those aside. We got these all ready to go for this week, which is the week of finally starting to put these loops together so we can start getting an idea of what these tracks are going to sound like. All right. So if you're just tuning in, just to let you, for the first time in the whole season or whatever, let me just, this is where I was talking about before I realized the mic wasn't working. Just let everyone know how this went down. We collected samples from members of Music Production Arena, got all the samples into a format where they're just like seamless loops. They've got the names of the producers, the key, the BPM, all that information is on the loops. And then I shared all those samples in a shared sample pack that you can find also on the Discord, and I sent it to everybody involved also. So that you can also download all the samples that I'll be using to create the tracks. These people in the chat are funny. BandLab chat. Follow each other, listen to each other's music. That's what it's all about. That's how you're going to get more followers yourself, is to follow other people, listen to their music. Don't do follow for follow. I'm talking to the people that say they're 13 years old in the chat over here. It's a little bit of advice for any music producer just getting into this whole world. The more you do for others, the more they'll do for you. Learn to get to know people. Those are the people you want to share your track to, not random strangers. I'm telling you now, you could send your track all day to people, and yeah, a few people might listen to it, but they're not going to remember you. But if you take the time to get to know people in random chat rooms and random forums and random sites, get to know the people, listen to their music, say hi to them every once in a while, just casual things like that, share your tracks with them too. Over time, you'll find a lot of people listening to your tracks when you post stuff. And that's all about networking and building up contacts. So get into it. All right, so let's get into this. Season 2, week 5. Finally going to start creating some packs here. We've got a lot of loops. Again, I shared that samples with everybody. So all the loops I'll be working with this week, everyone has access to them. Another interesting thing that's going to be happening this week is my attempt to use Ableton. I'm not an Ableton user. I love Ableton. I'm a big fan of Ableton, but I've always used FL Studio, and I don't have any desire to switch. Don't get me wrong. I'm doing this because I want to use both. and we're going to be using Ableton Session View for a really good purpose. Hey, Subluxa, Subluxa, and everyone else on BandLab. Just to let y'all know, this is a community stream. You can get involved. Look for the Discord link on the Music Production Arena BandLab page. I'll do a feedback. I'll be doing some feedback streams for those that want me to listen to their BandLab tracks and share them and stuff. But right now we're going to work on some community collabs. All right. If there are any Ableton users that stop by these live streams or check any of this out and can give me pointers as I'm fumbling around here, that's going to be awesome because I'm going to need them. But for the most part, I think I can figure it out. I'm going to be using Ableton Session View, and I'm not the type of person to put FL and Ableton against each other and try to decide which one's better. I've never been that type of person. I just choose FL because it's my favorite DAW. I've always admired Ableton for what it can do, and my best producer buddy, IRL, uses Ableton, and it has always kind of been a little bit of a war between us of which one's better than me. But the thing is that people don't understand is, you know, I like them both. I just never really use Ableton. But I'm going to be using Ableton for the session view mode abilities. You can get other DAWs to do what this does, but nothing is going to be as quick and easy as Ableton Session View because they kind of pioneered this whole situation here. So that's why we're going to be using it to take all the loops that came in from the 35 producers, 37 producers, if we want to be exact, and we're going to be dropping those in here, and we don't know. We're going to see what sounds good and what doesn't. Some of the loops already designed to go together. So this is going to be kind of a puzzle. We're going to have to figure this out as we go. I've got the document here, Google Doc, the Google spreadsheet with the information here. And we're going to be filling it up. So we're going to have to find, I just want 8 tracks. We're going to try our hardest to fit everything within these 8 tracks. So I do know some of them are going to already be at 174 beat. We're going to, because some of these projects have already been figured out for the most part. We've got 174 at E minor. We've got a D sharp minor at 128. We got an E minor at 150. We got an F sharp minor, 160 beats per minute. We have another C minor, it's like C harmonic minor scale at 120 beats per minute. And we even have a splitter core track, which is at a like 315 beats per minute. Is a good place to set your DAW. 630. I don't think FL goes to 630. I think FL caps out at 500. So 315 would be the best resolution to put your FL Studio at to tackle this track. Or you could do like divisions of that, but then you'd have to work with higher resolution. So 315, that one's going to be an interesting genre. It's called Splitter Core. Started by Reba, even though I haven't been able to get a hold of her. She did send some samples, so should have plenty to work with. Splitter Core, interesting. And then we got Collab 5, Collab 6, empty. So these are gonna. I want to find a loop pack that was sent to us that's pretty much a complete idea and use that to fill in these, because I want to get the more complete thoughts as a starter point for the tracks, and then all the loose samples that are just kind of random to kind of fit them in. But I think we're gonna have. I honestly think we're gonna have more than we need to work with. Subluxa. I'm sorry, I would like to know how to say your name. Is it Luxa? Bluxa. Subluxa. On BandLab's asking how you send samples. You can just send them directly to me. Do you use Discord? If so, Discord me, Guild 1000. Also, best way to do it is Google Drive. So just upload, and it can be any samples, Subluxa, so like random. Or you can use BandLab as well. You can send me a BandLab project. So whatever works easiest for you. You can send me a BandLab project. So I'll tear those samples apart and like show them off tomorrow on stream, or whenever you get them to me. Or upload some samples to Google Drive and send me the Google Drive link on Discord. Hey, that's awesome. If you want to get involved, it's never too late. We do have a lot of producers already involved, so so it's going to be a challenge to figure this out, but I think that's what's going to make it most interesting. Yeah, waves work best. You can even do MP3. Oops, I just lost. Wait, no, you can do. I mean, wave works best. I was gonna say you can do like 320 kilobytes per second MP3, like high res MP3 or whatever. Doesn't really matter. You can even send MIDI stuff if you want, but it's best if you send some like audio samples. Yeah, and take your time. These are ongoing. I mean, I mean, sooner the better, but just to let you know, these are ongoing, so you can take your time whenever you got something, send them whenever, and that goes for anyone watching. It's never too late to get involved. Later in the season, I'll be picking samples specifically for the tracks I've already got going. Right now, we're at a stage where we're just going to be throwing loops together. So, if the right loop gets thrown into the mix, it's definitely going to get used. And it's my goal to use at least one sample from every person that submitted something, so every single person ends up on the collabs, which I should be able to do that, no problem. All right. Yeah, and then okay, again, one last time, I am having a hard time. Well, not hard time. I can see the chat over here, but I can't show the BandLab chat. So if you want to get on with the chat that's on the screen here that I do read and address, I'm also live on YouTube and Twitch. But it's good to have the BandLab side of things. We definitely get a lot more views on BandLab. That's why I'm doing this. So I'm gonna find a way to make sure BandLab's getting my attention, not just content, because there's where a lot of the views are gonna be coming from. Code Music says, "Come follow me and like my music." What kind of music you make? Code Music. He just jumps in the chat. Come follow me. All right, so we got to figure this out. This is going to be fun. So I think I went through all the announcements. And no, I did not. I did not go through all the announcements. So let me just do a couple other announcements here. We did have a winner picked for the MPA Spooky Challenge. It was a real simple challenge. Sorry for just being so plain and simple with this. I didn't get many participants, so I didn't feel like putting much effort into the finalizing of it all. But MPA Spooky Challenge 2021. Thanks everyone who participated in this event. First place prize goes to Grimson. So Grimson will be receiving 1 month of Discord Nitro gifted if Grimson wants it. Second place is Andiety. Third place is KP. These tracks were all really good. You can find them here in the event submission flag. Y'all should have submitted SoundCloud links or something like that, and I could have shared them or whatever. But if I could find the links to your tracks, I will share them there. Here. But if people want to listen to the tracks, you can still hear them on the Discord. Yeah, I mean, a lot of my competitions and battles, kind of the main purpose of them, other than just competing and having fun, is a great way to share your SoundCloud and YouTube links, or Spotify even. But so take that opportunity. Don't when you enter my battles, I'm not really looking for private demos sent to me. I mean, that's a good way to win, and you can enter, and that's okay. You could do that, but I kind of want y'all to take advantage of the competitions. It's just a great way to share your music. Just one other way to share a SoundCloud link or YouTube link. So that's the main purpose of my competitions. So it's promo and networking and getting your name out there, at least to the other members in the community, if not to whoever in the future. So anyways, thanks Andiety, KP, and Grimson for submitting tracks, and thanks to all the producers that submitted samples for them to use. It was really, these tracks are nice. Like I said, it was hard for me to really pick the winner and pick a second and a third. I mean, so it's not really about that. It's just really I had to pick one first, second, third. So that's kind of I went with the first place winner overall because I think it told the best story. I would honestly say Andiety's sound design was really clean. And KP's track was just really, really nice. You can see other people liked it too. Check out KP track if you didn't. It was kind of it was spooky, but at the same time it was uplifting at the same time. All right, another quick announcement. Quick picture I did for Producer Battle 11. I may probably do some other artwork before this is over. Producer Battle 11. This is our 11th producer battle. Haley Barra laughing away. Boyer. Laugh, laugh, laugh. Producer battle 11. So we've done 10 of these. Then we're going to do the number 11th. This is kind of the Super Bowl of the music production battles, if you will. Simple as, well, it's, let me see if I got something I could pull up here from a previous one. There's multiple rounds. So we're talking, what we got here? Scrolling. Hey, Subluxa, I got your Discord message. I'll check that in a second. Okay, here it is. This is the last producer battle we did. So there's multiple rounds. Round 1, the producers will submit their first track. A team of judges will then select the producers for the competition. So round 1, everyone submits. And pretty much everyone gets in. It's a qualifying round. So as long as your track qualifies, as in its original You know, it's not copywritten and all that stuff by someone else or whatever. I don't know. No remixes, collabs, all that stuff. So this is round 1 is just for the qualifiers. Round 2, producers must submit a second track. Okay, so then a team of judges will eliminate some of the producers from the competition. The judges do that by listening to both the tracks at this point. So all your tracks are always kind of used together. So it's not just one track and then okay, your next track to get your second round. The judges are always looking at all your tracks together. So at this point, they'll be looking at your first round track or qualifier and your second round track to determine who should go on to round 3. So we're basically picking like people that have 2 good tracks that probably have a really third good track or whatever. Round 3, the remaining producers must submit a third track. A team of judges will then eliminate more producers from the competition. Okay, so again, they're going to look at all 3 tracks of yours at this point and decide different criteria like production quality, sound design, songwriting, all these different things, whatever the judges decide to look at, and decide to kick out more people. Okay, I'm showing you right now the rules for last competition. They're going to change a little bit this producer battle 11, so ignore this round 4 thing for right now. But that's basically the concept of it. You need at least 3 tracks to win, and you do 1 track at a time. So you can send all 3 tracks to me at the beginning if you want. It doesn't matter. I'll just use them as we go. But you'll need 3 tracks by the end of it. More information about Producer Battle 11 coming. I'm excited about it. I'm going to put a lot of... This has always been our biggest competition, so I'm going to put a lot of promo into it. I wish I could do some better artwork, but... Producer Battle 11 coming 11/11/21. I needed some more time to work on it, so I just figured 11/11/21. That's clever. Hey, Subluxa sending some samples already. Nice. Hey, glad to have you on the collab. So what I'll do, since we're already at the next stage, I'll pull your samples in after the stream, and I'll show them off tomorrow. But I'm going to go ahead and write your name down on the list here. So, SUBLUXA. Sent samples. Everyone on the left over here is people that sent me samples. I still need to turn them into loops and move them to the right. But, all right, so Sublux, I'll tell you how that goes. It's going to go down. I appreciate you joining. That's awesome. That right there shows me that streaming the band lab is going to make it worth it, at least starting to getting new people to join us. So what this is, again, is the ongoing community. This is week 5. This is going to go about 9 weeks. The 10th week will be uploading stuff. So we're going to each week is the next stage of it. This week we're going to be taking all the loops that were sent to us so far, and we're going to be dropping them into Ableton and trying to come up with ideas. Next week we're going to start arranging those ideas into tracks, and the following weeks we're going to finish the tracks. But so what I'll do with your samples, since I'm just now getting them, and I want to go ahead and start working on Ableton now. So after the stream, I'll grab your samples, I'll get them into the new folder, and then tomorrow on stream, be sure to catch it if you can. I will show off the samples that you sent in, and we'll start adding those also to the things. But all right, so that's awesome. I do want to hear them. So let's just play a quick snippet of them. I'm just not going to pull them in yet. So what I'll do is, let's check out these samples real quick, and then we'll get into the Ableton thing. I just gotta remember how to focus right. There we go. Now we can hear it. All right, we got an ARP 128 D minor. Nice. Okay, we got acid bass 128 D minor. Oh, sick. Nice. Okay, you got some claps. Oh, that bass is still going. You might have left a big tail on this bass, unless it's just some dead space. Claps. This is not a big deal. You left this bunch of dead space on these two samples here. Not a big deal. I can cut that out, so don't even worry about resending those. I can work with that. So I resample everything that gets sent to me anyways. And then we got some wobs. Hey, these are nice. Glad to have you on the collab project. Like I said, I'll take these down after the stream. I'll add them to the folder, and I will share that folder with you along with all the other samples. In fact, I'll share that with you right now. So we have all the samples here from the rest. So you copy link. So on Discord, it looks like I sent you the link to the full sample pack, and I'll add your samples to that pack later today. You can download those if you want to mess with them. All right, cool. Have to check something. What are we looking at on screen? Do I get the camera? I don't have a monitor for today. I mean, oh, there we go. I've been trying to charge my phone this entire time so I can monitor the stream. It's just been dead. Okay, so we got that. That. Dismiss that. Join stream. Make sure the volume's down. Okay, we're about to start using this Ableton thing. I'm going to be like a foreigner in the land, new land, Ableton land. All right. All right, cool. Got some samples there. We'll get this there. Let's get into this. All right. So more announcements later, but just let everyone know. Producer Battle 11 coming up. We did finish the Spooky Challenge. That was cool. Hey, Jelly Bean. Jelly Beanator. Hi. So we were just about to get started for this. I just went over the announcements. I was telling everyone that Producer Battle 11 will be happening for sure, but I was going to start it on the 1st of the month, but I moved it. The main news is that I moved it to the 11th. November 11th, 2021. Producer Battle 11 will be happening. All right. Cool. Subluxa sent some kicks. Always important. Play those real quick. Producer Battle 11 will be happening. I'm talking about just loops and samples to make tracks out of. It's as simple as that. Anyone else that wants to get involved, you can do exactly what Subluxa did. Just send me some samples, and we will throw them into the mix. All right. All right, here we go. Been waiting a long time to do this. I really have. Want to pull up FL. This out of the way. Out of the way. Solar Fluxus says, I would have entered, but I know nothing on music production. I bought a DAW and I'm learning it now. Hey, that's cool. What DAW are you using, Solar? And I like your name, Solar, but like with soul. Oh, that's awesome. By the way, you can learn a lot from watching these streams. I try to share as much knowledge as I can. I don't go into full tutorial mode all the time, but I still try to teach as much as I can. Mixcraft, there you go. Yeah, you can learn just basic mixing techniques here that apply to all DAWs and other things too. So appreciate you checking the stream out. Just to let you know, and other beginners know that might feel like they're too much of a beginner to enter the collabs. No one is. You can send me the most raw sample and I'll use it for the collabs. It doesn't matter. It could be the first thing you generated the first time you opened your DAW. I'll use that for the collabs. So you're never too much of a beginner for these community projects. All right, so here it is. Look at this public pack. It's a huge list here. These are all the samples. Most of this is seamless loops. The ones that are not should be labeled one shot, and we'll deal with them as they are. But yeah, I don't have a method for this. I just kind of want to dive into these packs and start dropping them in. Maybe I should go in order. Maybe I should start from the bottom and go up. I don't know. I probably should get my pen and paper. Should definitely get out pen and paper. What are we looking at? Looking at the camera. Let me turn off the camera. Gotta look at Ableton now. Should I move Ableton over to the other screen? I think that will make FL Studio mad. I'm gonna do it. Dun 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 dun. All right. Here we go. Now I gotta open the camera back up. All right. Okay, I'm just gonna start dropping in loops. So let me think here. Do I want to first look for projects that we already have? Like, for example, I think that might be the best bet. Like, we can start with collab 1. That's what we should do. We just go order on the collabs here. Collab 1, 174 beats per minute, E minor. Let's look for samples for this. So, do that. All right, I'm laughing because like I have a feeling I'm not gonna know how to use Ableton good enough to do exactly what I need to do, but we're gonna try. All right, let's start with things that we know are gonna be part of the 174 beats per minute collab. I know for a fact that. Sorry, I'm still getting this set up. Let's move this over to this screen. Stop real quick. Get this out of the way. Okay, we do know for a fact Ski Lion and Dead Cousin samples are going to be on this. So let's go to their packs, start dropping them into Ableton. That's simple enough. That's simple enough. I need to move FL over to this side. Oh, I never thought that'd be the day. I'm being overly dramatic about using 2 DAWs. Close that. Okay. So we're going to start with Ski Lions. Actually, yeah, Ski Lion, I think even gave us a drum beat. So let's go to Ski Lion, 174, E minor. Oh, and they would be all one shots except for the drum beat. So let's grab the drum beat. I forgot, Ski Lions is one of the... Ski Lion sample is one of the packs that I left as one shots, mainly, just because the format they were in. I want to check it later. Most of the stuff is seamless loops. Solar says, I can send a link to the first one I produced. It has a little too much reverb, but it's nice. Yeah, I'd love to hear it. On this live stream, I might not check it until like later in the live stream or something, because we got to really work on these collabs because I keep putting it off. But I will definitely check it out. Solar. Oh, you sent a YouTube link. Let me just make sure I save it. I actually don't listen to the stuff that's released and stuff on. It doesn't really matter. I'll check it out. But right now I'm going to work on this Ableton because I'll get sidetracked way too quick, Solar. So that's why I will check it out in a little bit. I'll definitely check it out afterwards. It happens. I get sidetracked way so quick. Yeah, just to a watch later playlist. Watch later. There you go. Oh, boom. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna hit play. It should already be at 174. 87. So I'll put it at 87. I'd like this to be at 174. Let's see. It's kind of a Amen style drum and bass beat. All right. Okay. What I want to do. So this is at 87. I would like the project to be at 174. I'm gonna pitch it up. I'm gonna stretch it up to 174. I'm gonna see what it does to the sample. It's probably gonna make it twice as fast. I did. So I need to be able to go to this sample. Put it down here. Okay. See, we can figure this out together. Why can't I change this? Ableton users. I need to make this. Okay, look, here it is. Times 2 or divide by 2. So I'll hit times 2. There we go. know it's hard for me to ignore questions here. Clue1 is saying, I am new to producing and have no idea where to start. What do you think I should do? I think everyone should definitely know how to play an instrument. And I think for producers, if you don't already know how to play an instrument, the best instrument you can pick up is the piano slash keyboard and start getting comfortable with that. And then that's the assumption that you also want to write music. Now, if you just want to be a producer and produce other people's music, which is a thing, professional producer, but most people aren't looking for that. You kind of want to make music yourself. So I would say start with the piano. Solar Flux says, I know the keys of the piano. It's very important to know the keys of the piano. It really, 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 really helps a lot to understand at least a basic piano roll slash keyboard thing. And then from there, you can start figuring out the DAW. Treat it, by the way, once you get I'd start with a free music production software or something. You can even get the free FL Studio or whatever. But once you get your DAW, don't let it overwhelm you. Treat it like a game and a puzzle, and just take the time to figure it out. Every time you open that thing up, you're going to learn something new, and just be proud of your progress as you move on. But don't ever try to like write a song and get mad that it's not perfect when you just first start producing, because that's the worst mistake you could do. And then get discouraged and sad because your music's not sounding the way you want. No, it's gonna take some time. Excuse me. Solar says, I have a guitar and a book on how to play, but I find it hard to focus. Yeah. I didn't learn from books and stuff necessarily. I just really enjoyed playing the instruments. So I would just jam. I really did jam. I was part of bands and stuff though too, but I would jam. I played some instruments in school, band and stuff, but it was hard for me to learn how to read music. What really got my attention is the ability. Rappers call it freestyling. In other styles of music, it's called like improv. But the ability to make stuff up on the fly was my biggest motivation to stick with music, because I could just pick up an instrument and make up music. Then when I got into production, it got magnified. The fact that I could actually record what I was making up, game over. Now I'm obsessed with it, and that's all I ever do. But it all started with the ability to play an instrument and write songs and make up melodies and little rhythms and stuff. When it comes to instruments, I would say rhythm's more important than melodies, believe it or not. Make sure you can stay on beat. All right. That's if you're playing real, like playing live. Okay, Ski Lion. I told you I can get distracted real quick. Ski Lion, Dead Cousin. Okay, we're going to skip over all these other Ski Lion beats for now, samples for now. We're going to jump over to Dead Cousins pack because they're seamless loops. This is the main reason why I kept stressing like I wanted to make sure I got everything into seamless loops before I got into this stage, because I'm just going to be so much quicker like this. So I'm sorry. Someone was asking a question. Wait, what key is this? We're now working with E minor. But there's going to be eight collabs all together, and I can move the keys around. So you sent me samples in a key already, Subluxa, and I can move don't worry, I can move the key around if I have to. This track here is 174 E minor. All right, so here's a bass. Flipping going on here. Okay, again, so the main focus, everyone knows, the main focus of this is to come up with ideas. We're not building tracks yet. I have no clue it's like mixing and matching pieces together to see what it looks like, and then we don't know yet. Now, I do know that I do want to try to fit these samples together, because these Dead Cousin samples and Ski Lion samples are all E minor, and they're all 174, so that tells me I should be able to fit these together. Next week and the later weeks, when we're actually making the tracks and I'm in FL Studio again, I chop samples up. So I'm not going to be using the full loops necessarily. I'll be chopping loops up, rearranging, and making things fit. So this is just to get a rough idea of how the loops sound together. Later, we will chop things up and make sure it all sounds the best it can. So, the best place I can put this chat, people. Okay, so that's bass works with the drum beats. I would like the drum beat. This drum beat is really like it sounds like a lot of old school drum and bass. Like it was supposed to sound like this, like drum beat, really thin and like filtered almost, and like really choppy sometimes, um, which is really common of old school drum and bass. I'm gonna try to get a tighter drum and bass beat to also mix in with this, so we've got like a real modern tight drum and bass beat with the old looser amen style, like break style drum and bass. We got a little lead here. That lead needs some work. Here's another synth. Nice, got some. Oh, call those. That's cool. Okay, here's another synth. I don't know. Again, this is my first time to really use Ableton. I keep saying my first. I've used it a lot and trying to fumble around and try to figure things out in the past. I have, and that was always in a situation where I was selling it. I used to work at a Guitar Center, music store, in the pro audio section. I sold this software along with every other software that we had on the shelf, and in doing so, I had to do a lot of like little things on the computer trying to figure things out. So I know enough about it, but this is my first attempt to actually use it in something that I'm going to be creating and like making stuff of it. And it feels very new to me. I also used it in live situations with an APC 40 controller, APC 40 controller, and had a bunch of launch loops logged in here before. But a lot of that was set up by my music partner. So I'm going to get stuck here, and y'all are going to witness it. It's going to happen. Okay, chords. That works. Okay, here's another drum beat. The halftime. I like that. This is neat because this is our first chance to start really getting an idea of what some of these final tracks will sound like. We've been looking at this spreadsheet long enough. Collab 1, starting to get some character here. There's plenty of samples in the Ski Lion pack that were those one shots that are really going to bring it together too. So now we need to fit. We need to fit more. We need to fit more. So. I don't know what I'm doing here. Stop that, stop that, stop that. This is going to become a mess real quick. Okay, what's this drum beat? Why isn't it playing? Drum beat. Oh, okay. It's like this filter thing. It gets the filters in. Y'all can't see behind the screen here, but it gets louder and louder. Okay, cool. So now we got to find some stuff to add. We got to add, we want at least 5. Let's do the math there. We're going to have to fit a lot of producers on each track, and I'm on each one. So I don't even count as the 30. So if we have, oh my gosh, 38. Subluxa just joined. We have 38. This happens to me a lot. Like I just tell myself I can make it work, and then we're going to get to the point where we realize like we just got more than enough samples, but I don't know if that's even true. like I said, I will at least use one sample from all 38 producers to make sure everyone ends up in the collabs. But I want to use as much as I can. But here's the deal: 8 tracks, 38 producers, um, and you're allowed to be on more than one track. You don't have to just be on one track. So, like, I'm on every track. So the way this is going to go down is there's going to be at least 5 or more people on each track. So let's go do some bad math, real bad math here, real quick. So I mean, just to start out with, 38 divided by 8 is that's like 5 people on each track there. But see, I'm on every track, so I mean, that's 6 or more. We're gonna have like 6 people on each track. Something, am I doing the math right? If I was to like, now I'm gonna put me in there and not just add me to L one of those. So if we were to split it up evenly, put 5 people on each track, and then add me to all the tracks, that'd be 6 people on each track. That's just a rough idea of what we kind of end up with these big collabs. We had a track like that season 1, so it's possible. It's easy. I just use a few samples from each person. Any samples I don't use this season, that can always be used next season. Hey, Zoriona, Bryant Colton, how you doing? Um, let you know, let everyone else know on BandLab that we are new to BandLab, and I'm gonna come up with a better way to do a BandLab stream. But right now, this is a stream that we've always been doing on Twitch and YouTube. We stream Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. I saw that you can live stream on BandLab, so I jumped on the opportunity to multicast over here to BandLab. So that's why we're here too. Do follow Music Production Arena on BandLab for. I'm going to be doing all kinds of stuff on BandLab. Follow the community. You'll see some links there. I'm going to be doing streams on BandLab just for feedback, and I'm going to do like a radio hour on BandLab where I just listen to music that people that have followed me. So if you want to get your music listened to regularly on like a radio hour kind of thing, follow Music Production Arena on BandLab. If you want to get involved with these collabs, you can always message me on Discord, Guild1000 on Discord, or again, you can find the Discord links on the Music Production Arena page. Just message me. Send me some samples. That's the quickest way to get involved with the collabs. Season 2, 38 producers involved. Here we go. Right now, today, we're trying to figure out good combinations of the loops that were sent to me from the different producers to find out which ones are going to belong the best together. And we're trying to group up 8 different groups of samples for 8 different tracks. Right now, we're working on 174 beats per minute, E minor. All right, so those were all the Dead Cousin samples are put in there. Let's see. I'm going to jump back over to Ski Lion's sample pack. I'm going to check. I'm going to check Ski Lion samples and see if I can loop them right inside of Ableton. Good. I think that's possible. I just don't know how to do it. Okay, Solar Fluxus says, yes, oh my God, I love making stuff up, but don't record. Yeah, recording is the next level to that. Making stuff up, you already get why it's so fun. It's just being creative. I mean, that's in any kind of art form. That's like the fundamental like foundation of art to me, is creating something out of nothing, or creating something out of materials and creating something that wasn't there, that did not exist before you created it. That right there is the magic behind being a creative. With music, you know, whatever you come up with, it did not exist before you wrote the jingle or whatever, for the most part. Now, recording it is another whole battle. You know, it's like you can learn how to be a talented musician. You can also learn how to be a talented recording engineer. And when you mix those two together, you're talking 2 skills. And you want to craft both those skills at the same time, but almost separately. You want to spend a certain amount of time becoming a really good musician, and you want to spend a certain amount of time becoming a very good programmer and a computer guy, girl guy. You want to be really like good at the computer, fast at it, know your program, understand the program through and through, music aside, and then also be a good musician. You mix those two together, that's what makes a good music producer. Send me, I'll definitely be checking out your YouTube links, and feel free to send me more stuff as you release it. I'd like to follow your journey. That's what I do to all the members in the community. I like to follow the journeys, track to track. Track to track. All right, Ski Lion. So these are one shots. I'm going to test something out. So if I was to drop one shot into Ableton, and I don't mean like a really short one shot, like a drum beat or sample or a little short synth note. I mean, it's like one shot as in it doesn't seamlessly loop yet. It's just like a long, it could have easily been cut into a loop. but I didn't. Let me play this. You can basically set loop markers is what you can do. So if I hit stop here and I just put the loop marker wherever I want it. Oh, that's not doing it. What's this? What's this thing? Aha. Aha. One bar off there. One bar off at the end. Let's try that. Why is that going away? Okay. I'm figuring out Ableton here, everybody. If you know what I'm doing, and you can help me, please tell me. I want to turn this into a nice loop. But what I'm thinking is, instead of doing that, much like Xanad's packs and stuff, I'm going to actually wait to do this. I'm going to cut this up later and fit it into the track. All right, because basically, if you can look here, it's not just really a loop. It goes and then it goes back quiet again, and goes back loop, and then it's got this weird spot here at the beginning where it's like, he just hit record. Skiline basically just hit record and then started messing with the synth or whatever at 174 beats. So it needs to be cut into a seamless loop. That's exactly what I was doing last week to all the samples, but I never did it to these because they're all very raw like this. And that goes with the Xandit samples too. They're very raw. So I'm gonna not work on Skiline samples right now. We do have them. We already have Skiline written down on the spreadsheet, so we know Skiline samples belong on Collab 1, so that's not a big deal. We got Dead Cousin samples in the Ableton project, and they're sounding good, so that's sounding good. What we want to do now is see what else we have in this pack, all these packs that might fit 174 beats per minute. So Andiety sent a bunch of stuff, 150 and below. Let's wait on that. Antimatter sent some 150 stuff. Bassgenix, 155. Bassgenix track is basically going to be its own thing. I have a good feeling or not its own thing, but it's going to be a starter. Bassgenix is probably going to be Collab 5 or Collab 6, and then people can jump on that. Because those sound really good together already. In fact, let me go and write that down. Bassgenix. 155. Track is F minor. Okay, so Collab 5's probably gonna be. We'll come back to that, but anyways, this is Bassgenix samples. Bobby sent the techno beat, 119 beats per minute. I'm gonna use that somewhere else. Chef Blue, 130. CJ Kamikaze. Ooh, he's got some stuff in here. 171, 171, 174, 174. There we go. All right, so this. All right, whatever ideas I come up with this week, and once we figure out that that is the final idea for the collab track, these projects will also be. I'm gonna also upload these projects for people to download. Ableton session projects or whatever. So then people know the exact packs. You already got all this access to all the samples. I shared the sample packs. But once I decide what samples are going to belong together, that I can share those too. Then people can start working on at least the versions that I'm going to be doing. Forgive me, stream, because I am going to take the time here to address the BandLab people until we get a better system for BandLab, and I can address. I do want anyone stopping by BandLab to know what we're working on. These are ongoing streams, so just let people know we're going to be back Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. This is season 2, so we've been doing this now for a couple seasons. I invite you to join us. Just follow the music production arena BandLab page, and you'll bet is a good way to keep up with it. And you can join the Discord link there if you want to find out more. So the great kid Mark, just follow. I'll be sure to follow you back. And same time every day, 6 p.m. Eastern. So we've already been streaming for an hour. It's a 2-hour stream usually, so 6 p.m. Eastern to about 8 p.m. every day, Monday through Friday. All right, I'm working on community collabs right now. So these are members of the community music production arena that have sent me samples. I'm trying to decide what samples belong good together. So I'm gonna take these CJ Kamikaze samples. We got a bass here. I don't know the best way to use Ableton. I'm gonna put that there. Start. Okay, so the key of CJ Kamikaze samples F sharp minor, and the key of the project is E minor. So I'm gonna pitch it down 1, 2. I'm gonna pitch it down 2 semitone. How do you do that in Ableton? Right here. No, not right there. Right here. All right. Did I do that right? Find out. So what's this other one for? I don't know. Okay, so there's a bass line from CJ Kamikaze. I'm sure we could chop that up and use it. I think I stretched that right. Oh, wait, that's F sharp. Yeah, F sharp minor. Pitched it down 2. Should be E minor now. Yep, that's full semitone. All right. All right. Fun with Ableton. Okay, so let's try this jazzy loop. It's automatically putting everything up to 174 for us, which is good. This key is also F sharp minor. I'll put it down 2. All right. I think we can fit CJ Kamikaze into this one. We got to start figuring this out, so let's start figuring it out. Let's go insert one below. CJ Kamikaze. That works. Now I'm gonna probably chop this up. So all these samples will be chopped up later when I actually arrange the tracks and stuff, of course. But I'm just trying to hear what they kind of roughly sound together and see if it sparks any ideas. I've got strings here. Strings at E minor. So to go up to D minor, D sharp, E. Push up to. How do I, so if I take this drum beat move here. Okay, that works. And then we got this one last sample here. What's this? Those are both the same. I remember now. Okay, so that's CJ Kamikaze. Well, we got this 160 beats. I'm gonna save those for another collab with DLC Ninja. And then there's all this other stuff 150 below. We'll save all that for another track. All right, so now it's Ski Lion, Dead Cousin, DLC Ninja. Healed. Look for one other person, 2 other people. Who knows? DJ Shadow Wolf sent stuff at 110. DLC Ninja, 82.79. I probably could pull some more out of their pack, by the way. Emerald didn't send samples, they sent presets. Fishing Hoke. Let's save this. We do have a collab at 160, so maybe I'll save this 160 BPM stuff. Fox Galaxy, 2 projects. One's at 128, the other's at 140. Hazrael's 120, Heim 150, Hydro Boy, Phoenix, just a one-shot sample. I have to turn that into like an instrument. Jazzerato's 127. Lost 110. Okay. Shay 143. Maxi Waxy stuff's at 160. I'm gonna save that for our 160 collab. Here's Moreland 95. Your KK sent some random stuff. Let's see here. Definitely gonna use that somewhere. I just don't know where yet. Okay, 180. So Naxic. Maybe we can fit this Naxic stuff in here. Yeah, let's try to fit this stuff. Okay, so hats. Start at the bottom here. So we got C minor stuff. Deep. D minor. Or that's C minor, so we're gonna go up to C sharp. D. So sensitive. C sharp, D, D sharp, E. That's subby. Here, let's put some of this other stuff in here. All this stuff's C minor, so as long as we pitch it up to E minor, it should work. Okay, I'm gonna put Naxic in on this one. This should work. A couple more of these. Oh yeah, I can mix those with those real good. Okay, let's put Naxic in on this collab. Insert one below. Naxic. Yeah, it's working out. That's the main goal, is to fit every producer into one of these 8 collabs, and we will accomplish our goal for the week. It's Iris saying, hey, I got to get going. Tired and still a bit hungover. Have a good sleep, and you know where to find me. Thanks, Ira. I'll mess with your sample. I like to mess with your samples when you're on stream, so I'll wait to touch your samples until tomorrow or something. Fox Galaxy, I haven't seen you in forever. How long ago was this chat message? 2 minutes ago. Fox Galaxy goes missing for a couple days, and I'm like, he's been gone forever. I filed a missing person report on you, Fox. They asked me where you lived. I said, I don't know. D Live, YouTube, Twitch, all over the place. Fox of Galaxy, your samples. We got 2 projects from you. We're definitely going to be using one of them in full. The other one's going to be torn apart, and those samples will be fit to different things. But so Guild, Ski Lion, Dead Cousin, CJ Kamikaze, Naxic. Definitely get all their samples to work good together. Let's see what else we got here. Naxic. Nimke. There's a couple samples here at 175E. Perfect. Let's see. Let's get these in there. I have plenty of bass to chop up here. Dude, my Ableton project's a mess here because I'm not even doing this in the best way possible. Okay. Oh, this is E major. That might not work. I mean, it's definitely not gonna work if it's just E major and we're putting on the E minor thing. But I might shift that around. That's quite a bit. It's like pitch it. No, Nimke. Let's save Nimke's samples. Those are E major, or did I do that wrong? Let's see. No, I'm pretty sure it's E major. Pull up my piano here. I don't think Nimke's sample is going to work on here. I will double check that later. Fox says, well, I decided to send one sample making up for my absence. That's good. Let's check it out. Fox of Galaxy. Fox of Galaxy sent a sample called High Filter Processed More. Is that the one? And let's... Loud. Where do I put it? I got my FL and Ableton switched on me today, and they are confusing me. What is going on with this today? I've never heard a sound like this, that's for sure. Hey, that's very unique for sure. How'd you make that? All right. Sounds like crows. Yeah, it did kind of sound like a very, very mean crow. Okay. Confusion. I got my screens confused. Go. Shelly says, thought that was Dixper then. Dixper. What's Dixper? Fox says that bass was an accident. So many great sounds are accidents. It's true. Public pack. We're all the way down here on Nimke. Nimke's are E major. Pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I'll double check that later. Rebo, saving those samples. Ski Lion. Of course, we've already decided those are going into this project. Smoked sent stuff at 135. IRA's at 80 and at 90. Okay, we got a lot of stuff from Super C, Russ. Oh, but everything from Super C is at 150. Techno Dragons, 130. How are we going to fit all these projects in? Young Outsider sent some stuff at 130. Okay, so that's, at first glance, this is all I can find right now for Collab 1, which is pretty good. Collab 1, Guild, Ski Line, Dead Cousin, CJ Kamikaze, and Naxic. By me just writing their name down here on the, spreadsheet, I'm going to remember that those samples, I'm going to pull samples from their packs. So I really don't need to save the Ableton project right now. Like, I'm just opening a new one. File. And then we'll do that for the next collab. So the next collab is 128 beats per minute. This is the one with Foxy Galaxy. So let's pull some of those samples in here. Let's find the drum beat. I tore your track apart. This is full on hit here for a whole track. Let's get some simple stuff in here. Kick. Clap. Oh, what was that about? Oh, it's because it's the very first drum loop of the project. Let's do the kick 2, clap 2, clap 2. Nice. Okay, so that is the foundation. I mean, the drum beat of track started by Foxy Galaxy. We have a lot of samples for it. We're probably going to use most of them. But the goal is to figure out what other producers can we mix. Mix in on this. Nice. Okay, and then Foxy Galaxy, you actually put this together in a pretty decent arrangement that I liked. And I have that top saved, the arrangement saved. So actually, when I put this track back together, I plan to, the reason why I bounced everything else like this, I'm going to reconstruct Foxy Galaxy's track into the FL template that I use. And we're going to rebuild it, and then we're going to be adding stuff on there. So I'm going to be keeping it alive as much as I can, the way you originally had it. But let's put a couple samples in here so we can get an idea of what your track sounds like, and then we'll go and pull some samples from other producers. And where's the sub for all this? What just gave you a new name for a song? And also, didn't you have sub bass for this track? Did I render it out separate? Is this it here? It must be all this stuff. Let's just go to some other packs. 128. We've got a lot. So this is 128 D sharp minor. Chicken nugget space. Yeah, I can hear it now. I'm looking through the Anxiety pack here. Daddy's got a drum beat at 124. Okay, so this is all C sharp major. So the relative minor would be A sharp minor. A sharp minor pitched all the way up to E sharp. Pitch it up 5. Am I doing that right? Let's see here. It's C sharp major, A sharp minor, up to E sharp minor, 5. How do you mute a track? Okay. Yeah, we're definitely with Anxiety in on this. I'll make those sounds work, even though I got to pitch them. Anxiety sends me some pretty raw samples most of the time anyways. I move them all around to make it fit, so that works. Let's put Anxiety in on this project here. Insert one below. Collab 2s. Now Guild, Fox Galaxy, and Anxiety so far. Check in. Checking my phone. Checking my phone. Okay. 6:30 already. That's fine. Okay, so we got Guilds, Fox Galaxy, and Anxiety. D sharp minor, 128 feet. What else can we fit in here? I can definitely make those work. Just gotta pitch them. Soul Fluxus is acting if I'm just pitch correcting. What I'm doing is since okay, so since like 35 producers sent me samples and we're trying to fit, and they were all random basically. 35 producers sent me samples, all different keys and all different BPMs basically. But I want to fit those into 8 tracks. So yeah, I'm pitch correcting, but not really correcting the pitch. I'm changing the pitch. You know what I mean? So if a sample is close to the project that we already have going on here, I am changing it. So again, I need to fit 35 producers samples into 8 tracks. So that means there's only going to be 8 different BPMs, 8 different keys and stuff. So yeah, I am shifting the. I'm like, okay, well this sample might work. Let me try it, and then sometimes you have to pitch it up or down to make it fit right. And then if it sounds good, I'm going to add that person's name to the list here and make it official that they're going to be on that collab. By the end of this week, this spreadsheet will be filled up with the names for each of the 8 collabs, and it's my goal to get all the producers that have submitted samples to get their name on one of these things. So hopefully that works out. So yeah, I am just, it's kind of like I don't know how, I'm just kind of digging through these folders to see what I see here. This project being 128, I'm looking for BPMs that are already close to that. So 124 here is pretty close. So I went ahead and wrote Anxiety's name now, and that'll remind me to come back here, grab all these 124 samples, and definitely pitch those up to E minor, or the relative of C major. So I'm actually pitching those from C sharp all the way up to G to make them fit on a D sharp minor. Oh, my bad. I'm totally confusing everyone now. Sorry, I scratch everything I said. It's not even important. I'm confusing everyone. That's not even true. That's not. This is the pitching it up from C sharp minor to D sharp minor. But it's major relative. That's what gets confusing. Is Andati, since this is a major key, but the track's a minor key. So the best way you can do it is put it at the major relative of the minor, which is C sharp, going all the way 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the relative major of that is A major, maybe, but I might be completely wrong. So let's just forget everything I said. I'm trying to confuse myself. It's that major key stuff. Even though Andati said they work in minor key most of the time, all the stuff they've ever sent me was major key. Andati. I'm mainly minor key person myself. Okay, antimatter 150. There's probably gonna be 2 tracks at 150, or one of them's gonna be 155, one will be 150, and we'll pitch some people stuff up. So probably 119. See, this 119 BPM track techno beat was really kind of being saved for a techno rock song that Party Killer Tunes wants to do vocals for. I just gotta make sure I have room for it. We can do collab 6, but see, the thing is, that's not saving enough room for actually what I know to be another track in here that we're gonna want to use here. Techno Dragon 128. I mean, this is important that we get the Techno Dragon track in here at 128 BPM. Techno Dragon. And then I could probably mix in Bobby's track here at this Techno Dragon. I don't know. Party Killer Tunes, you're going to have a choice to sing on multiple tracks. We might not end up with an exact techno rock track because I actually don't know what that is necessarily. I'd get an idea of what a techno rock track would be, but we're going to see how this turns out. Party Killer Tunes is a vocalist that's waiting for us to finish 8 demos here so he can try to do vocals on as many tracks as he wants, but it's like, we don't know. So skip that for now. Chef Blue, 130 beats per minute, F minor. I'm gonna try to fit this into our track here. F minor. I know this is kind of a weird piano, but I'm gonna add some processing to it. 130 F minor. Go down to I can make that work. I'm not gonna make the main theme of the song, but there's gonna be a part of the song where just we gotta use Chef Blue's sample, and that's what they sent us, and it's gonna fit so nicely right there, just without having to do much to it. So let's go Chef Blue. By the time that track's done, though, Chef Blue's gonna be like, "What? Did not see that coming." Chef Blue. And then that they got a drum beat, snare, and stuff here. We can use if we need to layer it up or whatever. But they just mainly sent that piano sample. I'll have to dig deeper through the pack that she sent me, but it was an interesting project, to say the least. Okay. Let's see who else we can fit on this track. Should be plenty of people. Let's see. CJ Kamikaze. I mean, I don't know. It just sounds so different than the rest of the stuff. But let's That there. So that's E minor. We just gotta go down one, D sharp minor. Now that on Deity sample, I'm gonna do something creative with it. Fox the Galaxy, where did your like choppy bass go? I can make that work. Yeah, we're definitely put CJ on this track too. Okay, Subluxa in the chat. Sorry, I have to pull up the chat again here on the screen. BandLab chat. It doesn't integrate the BandLab chat into the Restream.io chat, unfortunately. That would be nice if they could figure that out with a third party or custom URL or whatever they're calling it. 7, 5. Subluxa says, I sent one for the collab one. Oh, I have a lot for this project. Oh, nice. So Subluxa is sending stuff for multiple collabs. That's great. Really good. So Subluxa just met Subluxa in the chat today in the BandLab chat, and they've already entered the collabs, which is exactly how I like to see this stuff go down. It's just quick and easy. You know, you can join that easy. Now, there's different ways to send me samples. Subluxa's just sending them through Discord here, which works great. You can Google Drive it, or you can send me a BandLab project as well. So Subluxa, I will definitely get to all these samples. These are nice, and I will fit. Here you got. Oh, you're on top of it. 174 E minor bass. Subluxa, you're awesome. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit here. I'm gonna go. So Subluxa already jumping in on collabs. That's awesome. Type your name here so I don't forget to go back to those samples. Luxa. I also have your name down here on the left side telling me that I have not yet pulled your samples into the official folders. I'll do that after today's stream and before tomorrow's live stream. That's awesome. Send as much as you want to any of the projects you want, and I'll fit you in where I can. So, that's sick. Fox the Galaxy sent something that says never mind. I'll check it out later. Grimson's message, I'll check that out after the stream. All right, so checking BandLab. I will figure out a better way to get BandLab integrated into the stream without feeling like we're neglecting anyone. I'm definitely going to do some separate BandLab only streams at some point over there. So follow the Music Production Arena BandLab page. Just keep up with that stuff. All right, hour and 30 minutes. We got another 20 minutes of the stream, people, and we're going to continue to do what we're doing here. CJ Kamikaze, I think I can fit this piano in there. I think that sounds good. Insert one below. Okay. Ableton Power. The cousin's already on the project. This is DJ Shadow Wolf. DLC Ninja 180. I don't know, 128 there. Emerald. Fishing Hoke. Let's put this synth in here. All right, so this sample's C minor. We pitch it up to C sharp, D, D sharp, pitch it up 3. Yeah, so that's the sample I dropped in is 120 beats per minute. Is at C minor. This project's at D sharp minor, so we went up 1, 2, 3. Went up 3 semitones. And now it should fit. Let's try it. Clean some of this up. Acid base. I started clicking things down here. I have no clue what they do. Preserve, transient, 1 bar, 1.1 transient. I don't know. I don't like the way that's making that sound. It's because it's going pitching it so much and it's speeding it up and everything. Let's not force it. I'm gonna hit delete. Okay. There's some chords at 130. Chords, fishing hook, 130 B minor. Oh boy. So you would take that up 4. Let's see here. Like a harmonic minor. That one. I think I'm gonna try to fit fishing hooks with I'm not 100% sure, but I think this fishing hooks chord progression is kind of like, it's not your like regular minor, it's like a harmonic minor or some other melodic minor, harmonic minor, some different variation of the minor scale, which really throws off the rest of this. Although we do have a track, so a harmonic minor track, so I'm gonna try to fit that with that. But fishing hook sends a lot of really nice stuff. I definitely want to use as much of it as I can. We'll come back to the fishing hook. It might ultimately might be its own thing at some point. Okay, Hazrael. This is already a track down here. Hazrael's gonna be called out number 7. Time never sent me the stems for this, so we're gonna have to just chop up that sample there. Hydro boy, definitely gonna be fitting those into something. Yeah, Jazz Rado. I don't know if this is even possible. Just only have 8 tracks. We're gonna figure it out though. I mean, it's possible, but some people's samples are gonna end up being altered so much just to fit into other people's tracks, which is the plan all along. But I want to keep people's stuff as close as I can to the. We have a few different people that sent stuff at 110, so I'll try to mix all that stuff together. O'Shea. Wow, 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 wow. Fox Galaxy says, music production arena now just feels like a big label. A label kind of like Disciple in a way. Hey, well, we all know Disciple's freaking awesome, so comparing us to that is kind of neat, but we're far from it. But that's potential for the future. But I know what you mean, Fox. You know, that's cool. It's kind of like that is kind of what I want it to feel like. I want it to feel more like I want it to feel more like a club, a guild, a community, of course. Like there's a place you'll know that'll be a bunch of people that you can meet with. But this project here, the community collabs, yeah, this is more like a label because every single person here kind of sends samples and working together. But you know what would make that even better is if everybody was aware of everyone else that was on the project. That way everyone could support each other. And that's where this would always, that's like the end goal for this, to get a group of people at some point that has a common goal to all support each other and support the label or whatever it is, bring it up. That's the only way this is ever going to get really brought up. So that's cool. We are in that process of becoming something like that. Promo channel, maybe one day a label. Exit Nimkai. So Nimkai sent some major key stuff. We're gonna have to figure this work. If there ends up being 2 more collabs on this project, I don't know how I'm gonna finish them in time because 8 tracks is hard enough. But it's just like there's so much content here. Let's not start talking about it. Okay, so Smokes 135. We definitely got to fit this stuff in here. This is a full-on track here. Like this is another one of those tracks that I was saying that we just got to have a slot for. 135 beats per minute. C# minor. Okay, now for this track, Ira. Okay, we got a lot from Super Z Wrestle. Let's fit some stuff in here. We got 128. Throw that in yours. In the Fox Galaxy. Yeah. We gotta pitch it too. Hey, Anditi's in the chat. Hey, Anditi, we are going through the chaos that is 37 producers sending me samples. There's so many samples in these packs, dude, and I'm trying to like figure out the best way to mix them all together. And we've met some people in BandLab today, so it's pretty cool. Subluxa joined the collabs. Subluxa's making stuff in real time for the collabs already, and Didi. So we just met at Subluxa in the BandLab. And then they've sent, as we were going through these projects, they've been sending samples for the project around. So they sent stuff for 174 and 128. That's awesome, Subluxa. Like I said, I will get all your samples into the shared folder, and once they're in the shared folder, I like start pulling them in. Definitely have them in there by tomorrow. So tomorrow we can mess around with your samples some more tomorrow. Okay, but I mean, keep sending them to me right now. That's fine. I'm just saying I'll pull them in tomorrow. Okay. That was the only 128 BPM sample from Super Z. It's A minor. Switch that around. Probably chop that up, make it fit. Not 100% sure about that one. That's A minor. I mean, you can pitch it up 6 and get really high, or you can pitch it down. It sounds kind of weird too. You know, I was saying this like last week. I was talking about using Ableton because of their algorithms and their stretching algorithms, and how I thought they were like, they just sound really good. Honestly, I'm hearing things in here I don't like with a lot of these algorithms too. And it's probably, I mean, you got different choices here, and there's different things on Ableton that you can set either. But I'm understanding why now that it's so quick and easy and stuff. Ableton, you drop the sample in, it marks it, you can pitch it up, pitch it down. That's great. It works great. It works great for what it is. It's just not, some of these samples aren't sounding as good as I was giving Ableton credit for last week. I mean, the algorithm itself. Like I was trying to compare it to FL's, and it's like saying, oh, sometimes I think Ableton's algorithm, when it stretches it in real time like that quick, it sounds better than when FL's things. But honestly, I don't notice that now. FL sounds just as good to me, if not better, when you put it on. But the thing is, Ableton doesn't do it automatically. You have to go and set it up, turn it on that, and then it's just different way of workflow. And again, I'm not trying to put them head to head. I just was like noting the fact that these samples, like it pitches it up 6 semitones, and it sounds like really weird to me. It's like it's not smooth. Like it's choppy. It's it could have something to do with the sample itself, the quality and the depth of the sample itself. That has a lot to do with it for sure. I mean, in no way is Ableton bad. It's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I was thinking that it was going to sound different when I pitch these up and down on the fly like that, and not cause these artifacts that I'm so used to hearing when I do it elsewhere. And like it does the same thing here. It's just the nature of pitching it and trying to preserve the pitch and speeding it up, slowing down, but then trying to keep the pitch locking it versus just stretching it and losing the pitch. Anyways, I think the best software still that does it is like virtual DJ software. And honestly, without doing a side-by-side comparison, it could all sound the same, but I'm just not realizing it. But like when you put stuff into DJ software and you slow it down, speed it up, it gets super slow or really fast without sounding like it's creating any kind of bad artifacts. You know what I'm saying? Have y'all messed with DJ software before? And it's like so perfect. You slow it down really slow, really fast. Sounds super clean. I don't know. And I guess it's not always the case when you want to pitch lock it. I think when you lock the pitch and then you slow it down and speed it up, that's when the artifacts come in. And that's what I'm getting confused here. It's like, but I could EQ that and make it work if I really wanted to. Do we need to force it to work? I don't know. Let's see. Super Z wrestle in on this track. Hold up 2. And Dottie says fog. I've been listening to an old Spotify playlist for dubstep. Rediscovered some of my fave artists like Megalodon. I remember them. Astronaut. I don't know if I've heard of them. Astronaut. I've heard of Bad Astronaut, which is like an acoustic punk band. Primer and etc. And you were talking to Fox. I just chimed in though. Yeah, all day. I listened to some old dubstep a while back. It was the stuff right after Pendulum released the Island album, when all that stuff started coming out around that time. 2012, or was that later? I'm not sure, but Techno Dragon G minor. I might be able to mix Techno Dragon with Maxi Waxies. No, not Maxi Waxies. Who was it? I'm gonna mix Techno Dragon with who was it? Sounded similar. Was it Smokes? Yeah. I might be able to mix. This bass line here sounds very. Listen to this bass line here. It's different, but it almost has a similar quality to. I'll play it one more time, then I'm gonna jump over to Techno Dragon. Now listen to the Techno Dragon bass line. Oh, never mind. Never mind, it sounds different. Oh, this it is. This is what I was thinking of. See, they just have the same dun 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 dun, but it's different rhythm, different notes. I might be able to make. Yeah, this stream's almost up for today. I need to decide if I'm going to put Super Z Wrestle in on this track here. Let's do it with those vocal chops. Insert one below. Okay, good. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Because remember, Fridays are like we take it off from the collabs kind of. So we do 2 each day: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. By the end of this week, we'll have all of these done, decided. We'll have the names selected for each one. Then going into next week, we'll know exactly how to start the track. You know, we'll go to this list, we'll see exactly who's on it. We'll start pulling their samples officially into the FL Studio projects and stuff like that. Share. Daddy's saying a couple years ago they had a Bad Fellas collaboration with Barely Alive. Here you're talking about the astronaut. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, that pretty much wraps up this stream. I'm gonna just finish it by doing a couple announcements because I didn't do the halftime announcements. Take off my headphones. Ears hurt. Band Lab is a thing. I want to thank all the people that tuned in from the Band Lab side of things. I'm figured something out here. I don't want to mislead anyone. See how it says 64 view? I thought that was 64 real-time viewers. I am now more under the impression that that is 64 views total. I could be wrong, but I've been monitoring these Band Lab streams and the view count on them, and they never go down. So that can only tell me one thing. That's just a view count. That's not current viewers. But what's funny is I jump into a live stream the other day and I ask people in the chat, I'm like, is this showing current viewers or is it showing total viewers? And like 2 different people said, oh, that's showing current viewers. So I was like, okay, I believe them for a second. But then I go and like do some more like, you know, investigating and testing it. That's not current viewers. That is total views, but still awesome that 64 people clicked on this live stream compared to our normal Twitch, YouTube audience, which is growing slowly, but it is what it is. Band Lab is a thing now, and I'm going to be spending a lot of time over there on the Band Lab. If you're not already a member of Band Lab, it's really neat app. I recommend it. I'm not saying, oh, it's the new app to take over all your other apps. It's not that at all. It's just a very unique, it's its own thing. It's really own thing. And I'm treating it much just like that. Like it's, you know, it's just a different experience, but it has things on here that you're not going to really find many other places. And the main thing is the ability to just post your projects with the stems and join and invite people to your collabs and then join other people's collabs just as easy. It always makes me laugh when people come into or it kind of makes me laugh now that I think about it, because, you know, people come into a community all the time asking to collab, and they're looking, I want to collab, and they're always looking for collabs, which is great. That's, you know, it's one of the best things about these music production communities. But with sites like BandLab and even Splice.com, you can find collabs nonstop easily. Like you can literally join them without even asking the person. You see a track, you hit fork on BandLab, and boom, you're collabing with that person. You got the stems, and of course you want to message them and talk to them to really collab. But like, you can find collabs all day. It is never ending. So for the people that are into collabs, BandLab is where it's at. Like I'm telling you, if you haven't already, check out BandLab. Join some collabs, and that's why we're using it, is because we're going to end up building all our projects here that we do on the community collabs. We're going to build a version of them on BandLab just to have them there, you know. Mine is and will always be Keijo. I don't know if I've ever heard of Keijo. So anyways, I know Indicty's already on BandLab. Fox of Galaxy, I don't think I've seen a profile of yours on BandLab. No big deal. There might be a season though in the future. I'm not saying this for sure, but I might do a season of the community collabs with nothing but BandLab members. So one day, you know, and just because these easily fill it. Like if you look at the bands here, we got 21 members in this band, 9 members in this band. We can easily build up 8 collab projects inside these bands, do a live stream, and have all the participation we need right there within the app. That's awesome. Hey Joe. Hey Joe, where you going with that gun in your hand? I think that's who sings that? Is that Jimi Hendrix? Hey Joe, 5,730 monthly listeners. And you're saying this is your favorite and will always be your favorite, Fox? Hive Mind, that's a cool name for a track. Add to playlist. I'll check them out after the stream. All right, we'll be back tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. Eastern. For those that are involved with the collabs, got your samples. I will continue to add them to the folders as they come in, and The day after, as I receive the samples, or if I get the samples before, whatever, that's when I'll listen to the samples now, because we're past the weeks. This is the 5th week. The first weeks were all about just listening to the samples as they came in, but now we're finally moved on from those weeks. We really need to just start making the tracks. So any kind of sample that collecting will just be done before and after the live stream, and I'll just get those ready, and then I'll quickly show them off at the beginning of each stream, the new samples that come in, and we'll drop them into the tracks. But it is time to start building these tracks. Week 5, this has been a lot of fun, moving right along, halfway through season 2, which is cool. It proves to us that we can do what we're doing here, because we already finished season 1, and now we're halfway through season 2. So as long as we, finish this season, that's pretty good accomplishment to do 2 album EP things, total of 16 tracks. Just started about 15 weeks ago or whatever, so it's pretty good. Let's do it. Back tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. You can message me on Discord to continue the conversation. Everyone that tuned in, thanks. It was a mess. Met a few new people today. That was cool. Hope y'all join our Discord. See y'all around. And 5, 4. Fox saying it's not like I don't love other artists. It's just that he's one of my favorite. No, I totally get it. Like, I've got favorite too, and it's weird because I listen to a lot of music, and um and I find favorite artists all the time. But then I have like favorite as in like they're almost like sentimental favorite. You know what I mean? Like, everyone gets these artists that are just like they mean a little bit more to you than they do to other people because of the times of your life that you listen to that artist or whatever it might remind you. But I have artists like that for sure. Deadmau5 and Cascade and Skrillex are those 3 artists for me. Like, even though I don't even listen to them as much as I used to, they're just gonna always be my favorite. Like Porter Robinson and Maddie. Those are my top 5, like straight up. Here's my playlist: Cascade, Deadmau5, Skrillex, Porter Robinson, and Maddie. And the reason why those are my top 5 is those are the 5 artists that I really like when it came to electronic music, and I got into electronic music. I understood their music and I listened to every one of their tracks they released. Versus other artists, I would just listen to like whatever track was on the radio or whatever, like, or someone was showing me. But these artists, like, I followed their careers much like I followed like all my favorite punk bands and rock bands back in the day. But then since these 5 bands, I've discovered over 100 electronic artists that I do the same thing with. I follow all their stuff. Undiety says my favorite artist changes a lot, sometimes depending on ones I new discovery. Yeah, and I got my new favorite artist, Pilot. Pilot's my new favorite artist. Kupla, one of my favorite artists, and these are top of their genre. Kupla is my favorite lo-fi genre artist. Pilot's my favorite like retro wave, synth wave style artist. When it comes to new artists, Reaper and Ray Volp are 2 people that I just discovered this year or last year, and they're really, really sick. Here's a bunch of other people that I really enjoyed a few years ago that I was listening to a lot: Jaws, Slander, and Blau. You know what I mean? Virtual Riot, Barely Alive playlist going on here. Sudden Death, Bear Grylls, Subtronics. Subtronics is where it's at. Subtronics, Sudden Death. Bear Grylls is alright. Bear Grylls got some really nice stuff. Virtual Riot, Barely Alive, Sudden Death, Bear Grylls, Subtronics. Those are 5 artists that like really got me excited for like the heavier stuff. Some Monster Cat artists I like: Tokyo Machine, Marshmallow, Slushy. Okay. Yeah. Joyride's really nice bass house. Here's some really old school stuff. I made this playlist after not that long ago. I didn't even listen to this stuff that back in the day, but this is like the old school techno that would have been my time if I would have listened to techno back then. But The Prodigy, The Chemical Brothers, Crystal Method, Fatboy Slim. That was stuff when I was growing up that the techno heads were listening to, but I was listening to rock. I was like, I don't listen to electronic, I listen to rock. They were listening to stuff like this. So I kind of missed this whole era. And this is like the trancey stuff. Tiesto and Armin van Buuren and stuff. Tiesto's changed his style or whatever, but these are guys that, again, I didn't really listen to, but I was aware of them. They was out for a while. But anyways, that's my Spotify's playlist. Sub Luke says now in the Twitch chat, hey, by the way, you should reload the BandLab chat. Yeah, it freezes up. Let's see here. Yeah. Reload BandLab chat. Oh, okay, here we go. Subtronic says, like, I have a lot of 128. Hey, can you play the new samples? And then he says, Dead Mouse. Uh, yes, I'll play your samples on the way out. I'm leaving now. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. Eastern. Let's jump over to the Discord and listen to a few more of these samples that were sent by new member Sublonx. You should also join our Discord if you haven't. Hey, there you are. I'll make sure to give you the roles. Sublonx, new member of the community. Appreciate you joining and glad to have you with us. Also join the collab today. So we have a new member to the community and a new member to the collabs. All right. And send a bunch of samples today, as you can see. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the chat. I will be back tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. I'm gonna play these samples on my way out. You're talking about in my playlist, Fox? Yeah. You can rewind there or whatever. I think most people I listen to are pretty well known within the electronic scenes or whatever, but I'm not sure. All right, later, everybody. See y'all tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. Eastern. Message me on Discord to continue the conversation.